You know, I ate a sandwich that was the height of my head once. So when I see my head, I see a sandwich. I was hungry, and I remember we went to like try on clothes after. What a bad idea. Eat a bunch of food and then go try on pants. I'm not buying anything else. I'm done buying. I retired.
Not ever going to do it again. No
For the rest of the day. For the rest of the day. No. I still have like 2 cards I got to pay for on eBay though. But no more at the show. I swear, man, like the lighting here makes you see like every pop mark I've ever had from every pimple I've ever had. I need a haircut.
Yeah, it's getting in your eyes.
It's getting in my eyes, man. Peyton Manning. J.J. Watt. That's a rookie, this one here?
Yeah, it's a rookie.
Sticker auto. Some people are kind of on the fence with sticker autos. I don't really care. Whatever. It's all the same to me, honestly. Yao Ming 2002 Topps Pristine Refractor. Look at that. Devin Booker. Is this the one you pulled?
That's the one I pulled out of my second case.
2015 Panini Select. DC Auto, Wave, Prism, Mouthful, PSA 10.
Pop one.
Yeah, don't sell me on the population propaganda. I don't care.
I had to do it.
So apparently, my buddy Steven here pulled this card, had it slabbed, and it came back at 10. He just got offered $35,000 for this thing, and he turned it down because he told me he wants to donate it to his favorite charity. Oh, this is my favorite. 93 Stadium Club, first issue, Anthony Hardaway. I love this. This is so rad. Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter. Daryl Porter.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jackson.
Michael.
Danny Jackson.
Okay. Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. I got 2.
Josh Hamilton.
I got 2 on. Richard Hamilton. Am I gonna beat you?
Well, who's the Alexander Hamilton?
Oh gosh, dang it.
Punisher. Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson.
Tyrese.
Josh Gibson. Bob Gibson.
Gosh, dang it.
Bob Sacramento. I think I look better with Derek Jeter next to me. I think it brings out my eyes. What about, hey, a dating profile pic? Marlon Mack. Oh, he took his picture with the Marlon Mack. I want to totally go out with him for some Dairy Queen. 1985 Topps WWF. There's a dating profile pic right there. Another Marlon Mack. Yeah, Random Card Sundays. What's up? This is Patrick of Radicards.com, and in this video we'll be doing a review of the July 14th through 17th, 2022 Dallas Card Show. This show has gotten quite a bit bigger since I've been attending this thing for a while now. The first one I attended was in November of 2020, about a month after we moved here to the DFW area. And apparently this one had like record attendance. Pretty awesome. Kyle did such a great job. He and his team did such an awesome job with this show. I'm just so proud to be a part of it every time it happens. We have like 6 of the big ones every year, and then there's like smaller ones throughout in between. Really cool. Super fun. The people are really what make the hobby so much fun, because there's so many cool stories people have on top of the cards, obviously. But without the people, we don't get the cards, and so it's like really comes down to the people. I get to go to the show and I get to kind of dig through what people have, and then it's just like the coolest thing ever. And I get to know the dealers and other attendees and stuff. Super fun. So let's go through it here. I got, let's see, what is it, 7 different cards we're going to be talking about in this show. So I came with a smaller budget this time just to see how far I can stretch it. I was just kind of curious. Also, we're like doing a restock order that's taking most of our cash right now. So it's I didn't have much to work with, but I made do, and I really stretched. I think I did pretty well. And the stuff we're going to be talking about is really cool stuff. So I'm excited to jump into it here. First things first, you know, I've talked about Oscar Gamble in the past, old blog posts from like 2010, like way back in the day. And I picked up this 1979 Topps BVG7 for $1. The guy had in his showcase, he has these like tons of graded card bins. And I always dig through him at his past several shows, and he's always got good inventory. Super nice guy, good team. And I found this card and I was like, surely he got it on a collection. People don't buy stuff like this. It's so random. And I always got to joking with him that I picked up that 1981 Donruss Vita Blue in a BGS 2, I think, for $1 at a former show, which is a Pop 1. Well, this 79 Topps Oscar Gamble is also a Pop 1. Like it matters, it doesn't matter. But it's so funny to think about. The Oscar Gamble cards are so funny to me because he has such a funny appearance. Like his facial expressions are so funny to me. He's got just like the coolest hair ever. And so I always get a kick out of Oscar Gamble stuff. So I got this for $1. I thought this was a fun pickup. Actually, I think it's awesome though. It's such a cool thing. Next on the list, these next two cards are bought together as a lot, and they were tagged on to other stuff I bought from this really nice seller I've gotten to know over the last couple of shows. Super cool guy. He lives in the area. And he tagged these on for $20 for the pair, which I thought was awesome. So this is a Larry Walker 1990 Topps Tiffany. And it's in like a random grading, USA Grading, some random grading company. I've seen these slabs before, but to me it's a raw card. I'm not gonna crack it out of the slab. It's fine, just as it is. But it is a Tiffany rookie, and I thought it was cool. The guy had an asking price on it for $5, which I thought out of the gate was a great deal. But I got it with this Alex Rodriguez 1994 SP in a PSA 8, which I had been wanting this card for a while. And they had been closing for like $50 for a while, a little higher. They've come down a little bit, but I got this for, he had a price tag on it for $20. I was like, how much for the Walker and the A-Rod? He's like, it was like another $20 on top of the other stuff I bought from him. I was really happy to get those two cards because I've wanted this A-Rod 94 SP in an 8 for a while. And I just never got around to buying it. And when I saw this for $20, I was like, man, what a great deal for this card. You know, it's funny. I have two of the die cuts, or a few of the die cuts, but this is my first non-die cut 94 SP. Out of all these years of collecting, I finally have one of the 94 SP non-die cuts. And it's in the grade I want it. It's so cool. Now, I've seen 8s, like the 8 condition is like kind of all over with this card because of the foil borders. So I've seen 8s that are arguably better condition than my 8, but I'm happy with this 8. This is a fine 8. Well, this is my first Tiffany Larry Walker 90 Topps too. So really, these are like one-ofs so far in my collection. And this next one was found in a dollar bin. This is Ivan Rodriguez 1997 Donruss Diamond Kings Canvas. This is to 500, so it's 5% of the print run of 10,000. So on the back, it's like the first 500 of the canvas, and the remaining 9,500 are the standard cards. So I found this canvas in a dollar box. I was really happy to get it. This is a great card to own. It's cheap, right? So this next one's pretty cheap too. The Ryan Klesco 1997 Finest Refractor. Now this is the gold subset card, right? So I don't see gold refractors out in the wild very often. So, you know, I actually can't remember the last time I saw one of these in the wild of any player. I've seen the base refractors on and off throughout, you know, whatever. But the subsets are really popular, the gold subset cards. Super popular. Really happy to get that. Now that one was priced at $5, and we negotiated at $3. I thought that was a good deal for that card. Yeah, I've always liked Klesco. I think he's great. He was a classic staple from that early 90s Atlanta Braves run with like Javi Lopez. And obviously the classic pitchers from that era. Great stuff. Really like that card a lot. Happy to get that. When I go to these shows, I always look for Frank Thomas stuff that I don't have. As you know, I'm a Frank Thomas collector. And the last time I picked something up that I didn't have it, I had at a show, probably was like either the 2015 or the 2017 National. I think it was the 15 National. And I haven't picked up something I don't have at a show since until this show. This is the 1992 Upper Deck Home Run Heroes Auto to 300. Now, I'd seen these on eBay a few times over the years. I've been after this card for a while, like many years. And this card was a buyback issued through Upper Deck in 1992. There are a few different ones. There's like a couple from 92 and there's like a couple from 93 for Frank Thomas. This was the last one I needed. What they do is they come in like 2-card lucite screw downs. And one of the cards is the auto and the other card is the base card, and they're like flipped. So like the base card will show the front of the card and the auto will show the back of the card with the autograph. And you get them both. And they're in this like thick lucite case, and the case is like wrapped in Upper Deck paper, and all this is kind of like sealed into an Upper Deck box. And I didn't want all that stuff. I just wanted the one autographed card because I don't want to store all that stuff. It's just like space consuming. And then I didn't want to have the cognitive dissonance of cracking the case and having the one card pulled out, scanned, and put into the archive, and just having this random case with this base card in it in this box I have to store. I just didn't want to deal with it. So I had seen a few times over the years, like 1 or 2 times, maybe 3, this like full box set product with this card in it. It was like $100. I was like, I don't want to pay $100 for that card if I'm just looking for the single autographed card. So I just like waited and waited and waited. I never was able to find an auction. An auction like that by itself just didn't exist. I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep waiting, you know. And a lot of these cards, they're kind of faded, the autographs, because it was at the time when they were put under like fluorescent lights and showcases, and they eventually just kind of faded out. This one's got really good bold coloring to it, so I was really happy to see that. So I found this in a showcase at the show. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the last one I needed. It's like at the show, so it's like right, kind of the guy was sort of like, kind of placed sort of in the middle of the room. Really nice guy, cool dude. I've seen him before, met him a couple times before. Nice fella. And he was asking a price, and then I countered, and he countered again. I was like, that's fine. And so I took care of that. I was really happy to finally get this card. It's so weird how hard this card is to find. It's number 300, obviously, but it's the first time I'd seen it like out in person. This is the last one I needed of these like Upper Deck buybacks from the early 90s. Those are cool cards. I just prefer not to have all the random packaging. I just don't want to store extra stuff. So really glad to have just gotten a single card. It's such a cool thing. So this is a rare occurrence to find a card of a career year Frank Thomas in the 90s that I still needed. And this was like such a cool add to me. And when I found this, I was like, man, that like completes my show experience. But this next one we're going to be talking about actually really rounds it out. This is the Emmitt Smith 1988 Florida Gators Burger King with the Burger King logo. Now I've talked about this card a couple times in the past. I got one at the National, I think in 2015, and then I picked one up at the previous Dallas Card Show. So there are 2 versions to this card. There's one with the Burger King logo, which is the rare one, and there's one without the Burger King logo, which is the common one. And I had picked up common ones over the years. I have a few, like 3 or 4 or whatever. I don't see those very often in the wild, and I have a very specific price point I try to match for the no logo version, just because it's available to a degree. You see them. And the one with the Burger King logo, I was like, well, I want to get that one to complement the cards. I want to get both of them. The Burger King logo is expensive. It's a rare commodity. It's a good piece to get. So this guy had one, PSA 8, and I saw it in a showcase and had price tag. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I saw that on Thursday or Friday. And I was like, I'm going to keep a mental note of that card. So I would like to get that. So I came back on Saturday, and I knew I could negotiate with him because he seemed like a really nice guy. He's actually sitting with a friend of mine I knew in LA, and he moved to the Netherlands, and he was back, my buddy Chris. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're sitting with this, so cool. You're sitting with Chris. Chris is like, I've known this guy for like 10 years. He's such a cool dude. He's really, really a nice guy. Chris is fun to talk to. Good sense of humor. So anyway, he and I negotiated. I offered, he countered, and I accepted. And so I took this PSA 8 home, so which means that now I have both versions. And actually, come to think of it, the last one I bought at the last show, I overpaid, but whatever. I mean, I've gotten so many good deals that if I have to overpay for something, it kind of is a wash because I've gotten more good deals than overpaying. I don't overpay that often, but this card was, I think, a great deal. The Burger King logo example. It's a funny thing about the Burger King logo. But this is like a really great card. I love the Emmitt Smith is great. If I were to PC a player in football who was like a Hall of Famer, it'd probably be Emmitt Smith. I've always liked Emmitt Smith. But in any case, I was really glad to get this. Now that was like that was my biggest purchase of the show. The Emmitt Smith was the bigger buy for the show, and then right behind it was the Frank Thomas, and then the A-Rod right behind that. I think those were my 3 biggest pieces at this show. I was really glad to get those. I did get my normal horde of junk wax stuff, but we don't have to talk about that. It's just normal stuff. That's all been filed. This this table was like full of top loaders with cards in them just yesterday, and I was like, I need to go through all this stuff so I can shoot this video. I've actually still got some stuff piles here. I get through that. In any case, really had a lot of fun at these shows. The trade night on Saturday is like such a big event now, but it ends at 2. I can remember the first one I attended, and I heard the next day on Sunday, people were there till like 7 a.m. and then they went to the show at 9 a.m. I can't even imagine doing that. I'd be like a zombie, like a sloth. I would be completely worthless if I was on 2 hours of sleep. I wouldn't be able to function, but pretty impressive. In any case, I go and I meet some people and I take a few pictures for the gallery, and I kind of call it a night because I try not to stay up too late when during the show weekend because I'm up early the next morning. Speaking of the gallery, you should go to the blog post if you're not already there and check out the gallery. I took like 150 pictures at this one, and tons of super fractors and gold vinyls and rubies and PMGs and just really cool stuff. Definitely go and check those out. I put a lot of time into both taking the photos and selecting the right content to shoot, and then post-production, cropping, and all that stuff. So I really hope you go back and check that out if you're not already there. If you're on the blog, scroll down to the bottom and you can check those out. You can also see up-close images of the cards I talked about in this video, and like just descriptions and stuff like that of my experience getting those cards. But if you're on YouTube, just click through and find this episode, and hope you're able to spend some time going through the gallery. In any case, thank you for tuning in to Radicards TV on Radicards.com. I'm your host, Patrick Reno, and until next time, enjoy collecting.
If you like this content, please subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy collecting.